There is also a threat of possible mudslides. Crews were seen making preparations ahead of the weekend. Evacuation warnings were in place for hundreds of LA residents. 9:10 right now on your Sunday morning, giving you a live look outside. It appears that sun is trying to peek on through, Kelly, wouldn't you say?
It is definitely peeking through the clouds a little bit. We do have some sprinkles in spots, but that's kind of the forecast we're expecting for today. Eventually partly sunny for a lot of us. Could pick up a stray flurry, stray sprinkle. Really not that bad. I think what you're going to notice the most actually is going to be the wind, but you can see some sprinkles across Worcester County. That was not the case last night, right? We had widespread rain across our area last night. Definitely made for a nice night's sleep, but most of us picked up around a ½ inch to an inch, which was a good soaking rain. Temperatures are going to do an interesting thing for today as the wind picks up, especially this afternoon. Temperature is actually going to go down. So highs today will happen around 10, 11 a.m. and then after that we're cooling off. So 52 degrees in Boston, farther inland mid to the upper 40s. But as we get toward the afternoon hours, temperatures will start to slide down a little bit, most of us into the 40s, and then later this evening in the 30s. But wait till tonight. Look, if you have a wood stove, you are going to want that wood stove churning before you go to bed. Your heat, press the up button on that thermostat. You're going to need it. Mid to the upper 20s. That doesn't sound that bad, but factoring in the wind, which is only really a factor when you're actually outside, it's going to feel like the teens and low 20s as you step out the door tomorrow morning to go to work. So park is at the ready. Hat, gloves, mittens, everything you will want, especially in the morning, but also maybe even in the afternoon, because highs are only going to reach the low to mid 40s. But when you factor in the wind, it's going to feel like the 30s during the warmest part of the day. Some of you not even making it out of feels like temperatures in the 20s tomorrow. So really cool day for tomorrow. At least you'll be able to wake up pretty easily tomorrow morning as you step outside. You're going to have a little bit of a shock to the system. Now winds this afternoon, 30, 35, maybe even up to 40 miles per hour tomorrow morning. The wind is going to be going at it again, 30, 35 mile per hour wind gusts. And then tomorrow afternoon, we still have some gusty winds as well. So the wind will linger for quite a bit. But here's the wind chill, or feels like temperature, whatever you prefer to call it. Early tomorrow morning, wind and cold in Worcester is going to make it feel like it's 14 degrees as you step out the door. So I mean business when I say that. You will want the full winter get. Now, Boston, it's going to feel like 20 degrees as you head out the door tomorrow morning. So colds tomorrow morning. You've been forewarned. Now tomorrow afternoon, only feeling like it's close to 30 degrees. For a lot of you, especially farther inland, central Mass, feels like temperatures are really going to struggle to make it out of the 20s. Even Worcester, it feels like temperature in the afternoon only reaching 22 degrees. So when does the wind get better? It takes a little bit. Still slightly breezy on Tuesday, 20s to 40s. Less wind on Wednesday, 20s to 40s again. We do an eventual warm up, but it takes some time, and that does come some chances for rain. Thursday, 20s to 40s. Don't want to rule out a spot shower. Chances for rain rolling on Friday. Right now, it looks like rain throughout the day on Friday into Friday night, maybe lingering all the way into Saturday morning. I think we'll have to wait a couple days to get a better idea on the exact timing of that. But look at the temperatures. Friday morning, you're still in the 30s, but your afternoon high is in the mid-50s. Saturday morning, you're starting the day in the 40s with your afternoon high in the mid-50s. So if you're not loving the colder weather, you just have to wait until the end of this upcoming week.
A fire at a chemical